you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Jones. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Jones. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now it's Barber. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Peyton Barber, a surprise workhorse for the Buccaneers in 2018. I don't think they expected him to have 234 carries, but he certainly felt like he could carry the load and just carried it there for a nice gain.
On 2nd down and 4, Cousins. He sets up the screen to Jones. The 20. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
The Giants take over first and 10. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 62 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
Bravo.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that win.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
36. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
Cousins now. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones, he's going to air it out for Dorsett. He's got it at the 15. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there for the Giants. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
Hey, Delta. Hey, watch that. Check right. Deep rip.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score, already down 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 31-yard line.
On 2nd down, Barber. 16 yards, a first down. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back?
What?
That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins throwing the out route incomplete. It's Evans. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10, and he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Now Cousins, throw right side, taken in by Godwin, and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Cousins now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Cousins. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
It doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Peyton Barber. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Throwing Jones. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Just like that. Just like that. Check. Hard.
Here's Jones. Throwing again. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Jones. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Now Cousins.
And there's a run to beat.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Evans. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run the toss to Barber. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Complete, he finds Brain. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or he keeps hitting the calculator.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
Watch the curl. Watch the curls. Ready.
2nd and 5 now. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Jones now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let one. It's caught inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this.
And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will get him one closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 35.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
General, what?
Barber on 1st and 10. And some room to work. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Peyton Barber with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
54. Here we go, T. Here I come. Here I come.
On the draw, this is Barkley. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Now watch run. Hey. High 7.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And Tate's got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Echo. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Jones now operating from the gun. Open man right side is Ingram. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe. Hey, Haywood. Mike spot 4.
Second and 5. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Jones now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Smooth. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Hit it.
From the gun, Jones. Flushed out right. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Giants' 48-yard line.
Jahan, what are these? Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
On 2nd down, it's Barber. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Peyton Barber, 48 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, and he's got him in the lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll be out right at the 35. Apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jones, off play action. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Here's Jones. Throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, but they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And a catch right side by Evans. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Go, go.
2nd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. To throw from his end zone, Jones. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Philip Dorsett, 99 yards, and the Giants are in for 6.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Back now in Tampa. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
No chance. 47's the mic, boy. 47. Check.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And the tackle there will go to Ryan Anderson. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6.
47, Mike, 47. Line out. Big series right here. We got. Hey, box drop. Here we go. Hot.
Cousins to throw it. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Hey, no, easy. 47's the mic. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Hey, Zoo.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. The left side completion to Jones. Past the 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays. Coverage
has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. To the air again, it's Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, but now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. Gay's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go! 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones over the middle, Dorsett. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Rosas good with the extra point. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
Check. We're going. Let's go.
They'll go again to Jones. Yeah, he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. The fake punt gets them 10, and that changes things as they've got a first down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tampa Bay, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they will fall to a similar The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Mike, check. 59. Hey, watch the slant. Zoom, fellas, let's go.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hill. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Mike, 180. Mike, 5-4. 20. Hey, switch gears.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Ready? Mike 50. Come 8.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel 36 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Let's go. Slam, slam, slam. Joker, 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 joker. 15.
Now here's Mahomes. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 4th down. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. And Hill with it over the middle. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
20.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After 7-0 on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. The shotgun snap for Newton. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, 33 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Extra point try, good by Gano. And it's now 14-0. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And still second quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10. Now Mahomes. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They give it to Williams, running right. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Hills hit, and he lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, 50, 20.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's got some space here. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando on this first half of action. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but now it'll be third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Check, 59.
From his end zone, Mahomes on third and long. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth.
Let's go, motion. Bravo!
They're going to try and throw, and it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Check 37, check 38.
On first down, it's Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top three picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare for everyone. And Christian McCaffrey, did he ever come off the field last year? And, you know, this guy, he's a threat to be a 1,000-yard runner and a 1,000-yard receiver, as is Kamara. So this is going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see those guys do their thing. But there are plenty of other guys out there, too. If Zeke comes along, you got to take him. Melvin Gordon, if they both come to camp, we'll see how that works out. How about Todd Gurley and his health? Because, boy, when he touches the ball, great things usually happen.
And then wondering, someone like Le'Veon Bell took the year off, now a new offense. But if he starts going like he used to, he's obviously going to be a good one.
Fresh legs is what you're counting on with Le'Veon Bell and a fresh start in New York with the Jets. And if you're looking for an exciting rookie, remember this. Kyler Murray's going to get the ball from the first snap, and they're going to leave him in there throughout. And as long as he stays healthy, he's going to pitch it around the park a bunch. Don't be surprised if he gets a little love, too.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike,
Mahomes now to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
oh, here we go. Oh. Hey, Riblet. Mike's 54. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Echo. Mike's 5'4". Let's go.
To throw, it's Mahomes. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch.
Let's go.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number one.
Let blow, let blow, let blow.
Yellow.
Check 59.
Hey, red blade, red blade.
59.
Mahomes now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up second.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the pass.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. A very interesting call, and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Gun.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Cam's going to run the option right. And an alley to run. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton, 38 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of it? Being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly
He's lost.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 57 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skilled players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in. But the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning. And he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington. But they love the big arm of this guy. And he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
From
the gun, here's Newton. Got his target, Samuel. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Open man is Samuel, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Ready? Check, 59. Here we go. Here we go. Check 20. Check 31. 20. Show it up.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
20. Come on, boys. Pause. Don't be scared of it. Express. Mike 5'9". Hey, let's get in that hole.
Newton on 3rd down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Darren Lee coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out.
And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Line
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by James Bradbury. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. That's going to be caught by Samuel. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
That's it. 780.
Like 59. Double dog. That's the way.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Gain on the play brings up 3rd down and 7.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now it's Newton. And that is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
He's crashing. He's checking. 20. Deuce. Safe.
Here we go on 4th. Newton. And this is going to be incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 5.
He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Kansas City Chiefs. Goskowski now has this one teed up, and we are underway from Gillette Stadium.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Yellow. We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
Hey, right 52.
On first down, Mahomes trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Now Stephen Goskowski on for the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On the counter, here's Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively.
Hey, 15. 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to air one out. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 64 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, Charlie.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day.
Regular. Shadow. 50.
Throwing on first down is Brady. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
From the gun, it's Brady. And this is incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
I got you. Mike, check. Hey, Delta. I got it. Mike 5'9". Here we go. 72.
Brady to throw again. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got.
Mike's 59. Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. Shadow. Check. Hey, Alabama. Alert.
Now Brady again. Has a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Patriots have taken the lead. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Check.
Throw left side, taken in by Hill. 20! A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact and he'll go deep.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Hey, 43, 15.
On the ground, this is Williams. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. They're on the march, but facing a third down here.
Check 26. Hatchet. And Rippling.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
Motion. Reset. At 25 for Mike. 50, yellow. Check pass. Check exit.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
That throw by Brady, incomplete. Edelman was the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bolden, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at the top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against this secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner, Ed Reed and Johnny Robinson at safety. Good luck trying to get open against those four. What a matchup that would have been. But it was a terrific night for those gentlemen. Congratulations. And, of course, Ed Reed's bust will go down in history because they got the hair exactly.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Brady now to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Throwing is Brady on third down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
They do go for it. It's Brady. Shakes off the sack. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Yellow. On the line, right? Check 52. Come on.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. On the move to his left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
On second down, Williams. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds. That one goes for 36 yards. But one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Damian Williams taking it in. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
On first down, Brady. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
72. Alert! Safety's creeping. It's alert. Check 15. Hey, box truck, box truck. Jack Shadow.
To throw is Brady. To the right side and complete to Thomas. The 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Demaryius Thomas, 75 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski, and the lead is now 21-14. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. So that one will be accepted.
That's it, baby. We got one.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
43.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And a return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? So after the INT, it's Brady. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Throwing again on second down. Brady. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
Exit, exit. Watch the eye. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. I got one. Check 43.
Alpha. Hey, seam 6. Get the ball.
Hey, switch.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal.
Watch the safety creek.
Hey, Alabama.
Play.
Bravo.
Mike spot 4.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
Regular.
Don't get nervous.
Right there, 54.
Shotgun now for Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And the 13-year man puts it through. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Watch time. Tight end right. Everyone, you got
53, Linda.
3, check 3.
Goal 50. Hey, Delta. Hey, 66. Hey.
Brady now on first down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Come on,
Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Throwing on second and long. Brady trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Motion. Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going to finish 7. Hey, watch the ball.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Get that quarterback D-line. Get that quarterback D-line.
Charlie.
Throwing on second and long. Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Devin McCourty picks it off.
Well, we got a second. We remind you that the Madden Championship Series is back and better than ever. August 30th through September 1st, you can watch the top Madden competitors face off in Arlington, Texas for a total prize pool of $190K. Tune in and watch it, twitch.tv/EA Madden NFL, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, August 30th and 31st, and then 10:30 a.m. Eastern on September 1st to see if Skimbo can go back-to-back-to-back as a Madden Classic champion.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Shadow. Hey, high 7. Hey, Alabama.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Got the screen. Hey, Mike's 50. Hey, go 66.
Operating from the gun, Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the slant. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Go Bandit. All right, we got 53 win now.
Throwing again. Brady over the middle. Julian Edelman. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion,
oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Check it. Check. Rip. Check. Hey, check it. Go. Let's go on.
Throwing on second and long. Brady. That's caught. It's Thomas. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Demaryius Thomas. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Gostkowski the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Earlier we mentioned the Madden Classic Championship. We also want to remind you that registration is underway for the opportunity to represent your favorite NFL club in the Madden NFL Club Championship. 32 of the best Madden competitors in the world will face off in the Club Championship final live from the EA Broadcast Center in December. Register today for a chance to take home a piece of the largest prize pool in MCS history. Folks, over $700,000. Visit Madden Championship.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. Third and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Chiefs with the football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. On first down, Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Devin McCourty picks it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
66.
Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up.
Ozzy. Hey, exit. 72, check it.
From the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Check, 53's mine.
Come on, 50. Alert.
Brady will try again on second down. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down.
Frank Clark able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Sugar. Hey, check it.
On third and long, it's Brady. He's going to launch this thing way down. And got his man complete. He got 29 yards that time.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Brady now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
380.
Tight end left, tight end left. 4 down. Check.
Kill, 72.
24, check 24.
Under 10. Under pilot, 64. Weak.
I got him, man.
Alert!
It's mine. Slam.
Pack it. Hey, Alpha.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady. And this is caught at the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
No, 66. Hey, Charlie. Check it, reload.
From the gun, Brady has a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a run.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
You see me? They can't stop me out here.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. To try again after the sack, Mahomes. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
Hey, team 6.
Team 6. Big Ed. Alert. Hey, Alabama. Shoot. Malcolm. Easy.
Brady going to throw here. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I?
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here. So it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now here's Mahomes. The right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Hey, yo, go gun. 25 to Mike. We're going 25.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hill. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is secured by the Patriots. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Bravo! Topper! Regular! Towards the mic. Hey, Delta! Watch the pass. 450.
Brady going to look to throw. To Gordon, out left. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
450. 5. Hey, 66.
On 1st down, Brady. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line.
You ain't doing nothing.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. That's caught left side by Hardman. Past the 20. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 43 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken short. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Rivers to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Used to have a coach just tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Hey, my 7.
3rd and short yardage, Rivers. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come on, dude.
Now Gordon on first down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Rivers is going to stay out there. They're going to try for this thing on 4th down. Now Rivers on 4th down. And Allen's got it. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they get it.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Completes it to Hardman. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Nicole Hardman, 84 yards. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Andy Reid, never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Charger drive about to get going. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looks pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta! Red! Red! Hey, Echo!
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Going deep here for Allen. He's got a man, complete. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, 79! 79!
Operating from the gun. Rivers, complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
Partner, we've seen Melvin Gordon do it a variety of ways running the football. How about that last run? Had a little shake and bake to it there, didn't he?
He did.
Kind of reminded me of when he was at Wisconsin and what he did in Nebraska. His last year there, 408 yards in a single game. At that time, that was the NCAA rushing record, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then a week later, Samaje Perine broke his record with 427 yards against Kansas. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart.
Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Never make the mistake of the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On third down, here's Williams. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
43! 43! Hero 15!
Here we go, fourth down, Mahomes. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Stay there! Black 11! Hey, 79! 79!
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second and 9, Rivers. And it's incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
80 weapon. Watch the twist. Check 26. Check 26. Load it. 0.
On third down, Rivers going deep for Benjamin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. But what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, a bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They go play action. Now Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill. As the first half is winding down, and the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. This time, the extra point up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Allen's got it over the middle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Rivers now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Check 9, check 9. Check 12.
From the gun, Rivers. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Morris Claiborne, the former #1 pick of the Cowboys there defensively. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Final play of the half, Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Butker now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Mike's 57, 57's Mike.
We don't want this.
Yellow, yellow.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. And that is going to be incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the pass.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. The intended receiver there, Allen.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Hey, let's get that ball, Dean. Let's get that ball right here.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
On third down, it's Williams, and he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Williams, and the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
His pass caught at the 4. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. This will be taken very short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
23 yards, the final tally.
Los Angeles.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it. Wait, 89.
Throwing, Rivers. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will get them one closer.
Chargers 16.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Keep it up. Check 99. Check 99. 15.
They begin the drive with Williams. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
At the 27-yard
Check 3.
They run it again with Williams. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already.
I got motion, man. Me. I got this.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And Hill with it over the middle. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Set. Round 80.
Big flank.
Orange 5-4. Start.
Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Rivers.
And that is incomplete. Morris Claiborne, the former #1 pick of the Cowboys there defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, that's one part of the equation, puts them back within 1 score, but I'd be surprised if we don't see an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, partner. They've still got the 2 timeouts, but without that 3rd one, they can bleed a lot more clock on you. So how confident are you that the defense can hold them deep? I think you're exactly right. I'd line up and play for the onside kick here.
And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
You better be afraid of me.
Now Mahomes. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jerry Tillery in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Watch QB jump. Watch QB jump. Attack.
Mike 57.
Know your job. Motion. Bump. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Crunch time, defense.
Watch twist.
Watch safety creep.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw it here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it was Patrick Mahomes leading the way.
He doesn't seem to get ruffled no matter where he plays.